Hola, hoy aprendemos más español. Claro que sí, porque cada día vamos a aprender más español. Ayer aprendimos los verbos AR para un repaso breve. Estos son las conjugaciones. O, as, a, amos, an. Yo hablo, tú hablas, usted habla, nosotros hablamos, ustedes hablan. Sí. Okay. Hoy vamos a aprender preguntas. So this is getting information, asking yes or no questions. There's a really good dialogue right there you can read. We have been asking questions since the beginning of Puntos de Partida, and you learned more about asking questions last chapter. We've been asking questions like, ¿Dónde estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Cómo se llama? So there are two types of questions in Spanish and English. Information questions ask for information, for facts. These typically begin with interrogative words. We've already learned a number of interrogative words, como, que, quién, dónde, de dónde, cuándo, cuánta, cuándo, cuánto, equal. For information questions, your intonation drops at the end of the sentence. ¿Qué lengua habla usted? Hablo español. These are for yes/no questions. It can be answered by a simple sí or no. ¿Habla usted francés? And your voice rises at the end, so that way you know it's a question instead of a statement. This is different than how it is in English, but that's okay, because you can know you can do it. Okay, so there are two ways to form yes/no questions. Estamos en página 46, Rising intonation. This is the simplest way to form a yes/no question and to let the listener know that it is a yes/no question. You don't have to do anything. You just say, ¿Usted trabaja aquí todos los días? That's a statement. But you can change it. You can change it by how your voice rises and falls. ¿Usted trabaja aquí todos los días? Días? That intonation lets you know it's a question. There's another way to form yes/no questions, and that is to invert the order of the subject and the verb. And you also make your voice rise at the end of this as well. You can put the verb, or you can put the subject right after the verb, or you can put the subject all the way at the end of the sentence. There is the examples right there. So the statement is, ¿Usted trabaja aquí todos los días? The question is, ¿Trabaja usted aquí todos los días? So you see the usted and the trabaja are inverted. We have a statement, Maria manda muchos mensajes. That's a statement. For the question, this is going to put the subject at the end of the question. Manda muchos mensajes Maria. So the Maria, the intonation on that, and the subject at the end of the sentence lets you know it's a question as well. For practice, I'm going to read a couple of things and answer to yourselves if you think it is a statement or a question based on my intonation and the pattern of the subject and the verb in the sentence. ¿Regresa usted mañana? That is a question. Pepe necesita un bolígrafo. That's a statement. Alicia toca el violín. That's a question. Ustedes estudian mucho. And that would be a statement. So this is something to remember as we go forward. We're now getting to the end of the chapter. At the end of each chapter, there's going to be a part called Un poco de todo, and it's kind of going to review everything we learned in the chapter. This chapter está en página 48, page 48. So, actividad B, lengua y cultura, dos universidades fabulosos y diferentes. So, go ahead and do that part. You don't have to do the comprensión part, just do the part where you complete the following description of the two well-known universities, giving the correct form of the verbs in parentheses as suggested by the context. When the subject pronoun is in italics, don't use it in the sentence. When two possibilities are given in parentheses, select the correct word. So you busca usted la universidad perfecta, and you would choose I or S, dos, and then you would choose universidad or universidades. So remember everything you've learned so far about subject-verb about agreement, about pluralization, about conjugating verbs, and answer that. You don't have to type out everything, just type the answers as you go through. So that is the homework. That is due the last day of this chapter. I hope you all have a great weekend. See you on Monday.